For this instance, we will go with it meaning the art of poetry, because that is what you will see tonight. Tonight, we have 3 quite different poets, and I hope you enjoy them all. First up is Laurel Monkman. She's cool. Laurel, when it comes down to Laurel, I think her name is one that I see popping up in places a lot when poetic things are happening. And I'm kind of a baby poet when it comes to Bermudian poets. And Laurel's just been but you've been tenured for a minute, and you're the kind of poet that us baby poets look up to. So come rock it so this baby poet can get better at what she does. Give it up for Laurel.
Someone help her.
I got it. I'm excited. I'm gonna give birth to a notion. It's been ballooning out my belly for months now. I'm not sure how long exactly, as it was conceived in dreamland, where time moves different, now fast, now slow, don't move. It's breathing. I am obese now. This notion in slow motion has consumed me, drawn me in, puffed me out, left me panting, breathless, astounded that the little voice inside me could ever be so big. I am pregnant with emotion, but that's not all you are, and it hurts right here. My body's tired. Building an ego bigger than spirit is not only exhausting, but impossible too. How will I ever recognize myself if I forget the lost children? And I forgot. Oh my God, it's growing, and there's a mysterious woman in every footprint, every handshake, every glimmer of recognition. Reckoning, this deliberation is only absent-mindedness. There's a notion lying at my feet. And that's what brings us here tonight, folks. My name is Laurel Monkman, and I am here to present to you the rules of etiquette for coexistence in a modern world. Or life after dating. Life after dating. The scent of myself is so musty and almost forgotten, laying, lingering, a stranger in my wardrobe. My war robes are the sex-scented sheets I roll and wait in each full moon night and full moonlight. With eyes wide bright, I become thee and beckon me from the clothes-strewn floor. Arise, my wardrobe, my wardrone, descent yourself in this shining. Dissolve my own miracle, descend from my pinnacle, create the kind of worship only an odorless spirit can. Empty, 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 foundling changing. Its existence is too much for a love-crazed fool. Too visceral, too stimulating, too perfect, too foolish, too aromatic. Rule number 1, never expect anything from anyone, and you will always be disappointed in yourself. Rule number 2, if weakness is all you give, it's all you get. I have given you all of my weakness. Now I only have strength left. And he does not know. He does not know that to dance upon a lily's pad, the heart must be lifted with joy and the voice opened round in song in the absence of thought, a head swimming in poetry. How do we know he does not know? Watch. A tender toe to test his buoyancy, one green leaf to one big toe, and he falls, splash, into the lily pond. Covered in pond scum, he does not notice it glows. Little dark elf, he finds unknown. Rule number 3, your pain is not your own. It's just a side door to a sideshow where you can step right up. You can step right up if you're willing to take that step, that dive into the life form of art. Be a part of something totally new. Be uniquely you. Man, fuck this homework shit. Rule number 4, if you're waiting to be swept off your feet, better be ready to go out with the garbage, because all these swarthy boom baron brothers are trying to do is get you flat on your back, which is perverse. But what's worse is the number of times you've been there, laid there, prone and broken, choking on your own dust, living in lust with a clean freak, maniacally sweeping and sweeping and sweeping. You have crept into every crevice. Is this success? 2 roles played perfectly, paternally practiced, maternally mastered, and your inner child, steady peeling out laughter. The eternal optimist becomes cynic, your best critic. Now, I shared all that with my inner child, and she had a little something she wanted to add. So, I didn't write this. My inner child did. She knows better than I do anyway. From my view, I find an abyss. An abysmal existence floundering on dry land, searching for sushi bars, singing silence on an empty plate, refusing to swallow this chip off your own fully developed shoulder. Excuse my absence. Mindfulness is still a dream away. My excuse lingers in wasabi-burnt whispers dreamt in the pools of our origins. As microbes, we were existentialists, existing for nothing but the sake of existence, but now we find sacredness in sake and search the cellars of our churches for the quality of the house wine before taking communion. Oh, to cry. To lick the cheek of our lover and taste salty, masterful mother. Rule number 5. Become your own lover. Cover yourself in oils scented with cedar. Lead yourself to water and drink, or don't. And bathe, or don't. Make a date to take a cat nap and dream of drifting to a heavenly sphere where you are the lord of your own private universe. Your minions are just that part of you that really likes to work hard. Your pets are the manifestation of your need for affection. And the jesters, the ability to laugh at yourself. Rule number 6. If you have not considered fear as an option, you probably don't know what you're getting yourself into. Swing fast through light beams shattered. A glimpse. Woe to this crystallization. I ain't no navy bean, and I do not want to stand up soldier. I want to cozy up in you, limbs linked, surrendering to the nightmaric visions, wrestled in plain clothes, now surrounded in love supreme, but I'm so scared, baby. I make pretend love good, and I ain't never made good love last, let alone revel in it. Swing now fast through shattered light beams, and my rainbow vision sees. Supreme longing has seared fear into my spectral eye. That longing for the God in me, to bow to the God in me, has crisscrossed prostrations all over my upper self, leaving that lower me lonely, vanquished, and horny. Running with scissors, I cut pinwheels from sunbeams and spin for you, baby. I spin, burnt eye rising, belly skyward, I spin, and no longing lengthens in anguish, I spin, whirling, shatter. So all these rules that I've created are really just a hypothesis. I wrote them, but I can't live them because I'm not free in my own mind and my own body, and I don't think any of us are. But I do think that one day we can be. And until that day, I'm going to stand here spinning, winning your apologies for having ever been so proud of me as to wish me more earthly. See, my roots are forged from magma, but this volcano's been dormant so long I'm just kind of stuck, and I've been spinning for years just trying to get free. And when you say you see my aura and it's glowing all crazy like light, no, it's just the sand spray from my core, the vortex spinning, tatting lace limestone veils that leave sandy trails as you walk down the aisle seeking destination, vacation. But things is hazy and burning. And I'm sure even them lazy Bermudians can see they can't be seen through all the money being spent studying zephyrs and Scirocco's, even though they know the Gulf Stream should protect them. But the sun still blazes, and the sand still rages, slices our eyes, and we can't even seem to bring ourselves to squint, and so we go blind. Yeah. Things be hazy and burny, but it is majestic to be part mountain and sand. Something about standing so still you become dune, your most ancient of ancestors smacking and sticking to your body so you glisten in the sun. But listen, son, still my roots are volcanic. Liquid fire stews in my belly, sets me to spinning, so now only sandstorms erupt. And if you listen to your gut, we could make magma feasts, burn this sand to a glass fountain, watch our children bathe in it, wrap them in sheets and breathe clean air. Our island continents could be free.
Yeah, so Laurel is like the most amazing writer. I don't know if you picked up on that, but you should have. Because like, she has like this simple eloquence, and it is like super beautiful. Thank you, Laurel. So I did tell you that there are very different poets and very different poet styles and genres, and Alan C. Smith will definitely show and prove and attest to that very nature of ARS Poetica. And I made it like that just so it will come across and be conveyed as that. Poets should not sound like each other. And being a professional poet of sorts, especially living in these states, I've come to realize that there is a kind of cadence and sound to how poets sound, and they sound like each other, especially if you're in the more slam-like world. And that's something that I really try to make sure the kids of True Slam who I coach do not get caught up in that. It is very important as a poet to have your own voice, own your own voice, and make sure it sounds like nothing else. And even if it does, like, it has to come from a very true and honest place. Alan, I'm sure will sound like nothing else that you have heard, will look like nothing else you have seen. Because Alan is not just a poet, he is an aesthetic connoisseur of all aesthetics, and I'm pretty sure he will prove that tonight. So, without further ado of my rambling, give it up for Alan.
Good evening. I wrote these poems after I got dumped, like 6 years ago. Writing when your heart is broken is like writing when you're drunk or high. It's like you're out of body. So anyway, I'm gonna just start. Little granite gods always beckon, want to recreate me in their image. Always a temptation, always a new God to uncover and to release those special blessings. Drizzle me with some spray until my soft arches crumble and dissolve. Recreate me, working new, to live life carefree as those gods do. Those gods are always generous. I am a follower, jealous. Want my own personal God, personal God. Heaven is a granite God when he is, but seldom is he good, so good, so good, so good, so God. Lucifer. First thing I thought when first I saw him, well, Satan actually, but wasn't the former his name before the long, long fall? All his edges sharp, shards, squints, splinters, eyes, nose, cheekbones, chin, lips, jagged knobs of knees and elbows, long, curved, slender back and full fawn's ass. Monstrously handsome, like the devil. I recognized something like beauty in his countenance, but I was not seduced. I was an unknowing gift to him from a former lover who had fled paradise. He, a self-appointed angel of vengeance on behalf of another former spurned flame who smeared my doorpost vividly with blame. As how he came to call my bonds flat, as if it was a malformation. And I, long dipped by his rapidly hammered hips, pricked with his biting teeth, tortured, panting, impaled, burned silent to him for 14 years. So, how did I come to be leader of the cult of him? Another love of my life came to leave paradise. It rained and rained and rained, red-eyed in reaction. I, hopeless, looked again upon Lucifer and found the years had softened him fair, softer. And I was seduced without shame. And it was the same as 14 years before, but this time I, cravingly ready for his brimstone brand of brutality. So I came to call this devil by his given name. Cast down by Lucifer, lower than I ever thought that I could visit again. These depths, this dark familiar, joined soon by my familiars, black cat and cock unnamed. I found a burnished onyx angel to cool the serrated knife. From the moment he alights till the orange dawn of his flight, the cock crows all night. Brine soaked with wounds jagged, I gazed skyward and saw a meteorite. I wished for an angel, and to wish is to invite. Now hidden in the trash-strewn woods, the cock crows all night. His embrace heals the fishers as we dream sleep at night. As his black jet wings relax, the cock crows all night. Taut black Buddha bows bedside, suckles left knob, then right. On strong toes, reaching seals of delight. Beneath cascading fronds of palms, the cock crows all night. His halos gently radiate, bruised purple and black light. Marauding felines pause mid-fight, and in the mesmerized vicinity, the cock crows all night. Yes, landed this earth-bound seraph, my severed self to requite. From his arrival with the twilight to patch up my threadbare heart, the cock crows all night. His potent otherworldly energies extinguish the streetlights. And with envy for his gift of flight, green, black, fat, feral cock crows all night. From the first eager point of entry to the final stubborn gate inside, till the stars invade my quivering sight, walls walled snugly around him, the cock crows all night. To the rattling of the tarnished brass, with my outstretched arms pulled tight, till the waves hit the shores just right, to the spasms of shudders, the cock crows all night.